Hello students, welcome back. Let us continue chapter number 3 of geography, that is tides. In the previous lecture we studied centrifugal and gravitational force. In this lecture we are going to learn about tides and its types. Let us start. The responsible factors for the occurrence of tides. Tides. The following factors are responsible for the occurrence of tides. First one is the gravitational pull of the moon and the sun as well as that of the earth. Revolution of the earth around the sun and the indirect revolution of the moon around the sun. Third factor is centrifugal force generated due to the rotation of the earth. The moon is closer to the earth than the sun, hence its gravitational force becomes more effective than that of the sun. Dear students, because of the moon is closer to the earth than the sun, so its gravitational force becomes more effective than that of the sun. Tides occur due to the relative positions of the moon, the sun and the earth. A place on the earth located at the opposite point of the place experiencing high or low tide also respectively at the same time. This is a result of the centrifugal force. My dear students, see the figure and try to understand the locations of high and low tides on the earth. When there is high tide at 0 degree meridian, the 180 degree meridian also experience high tide. The meridians that are at right angles to those having high tide will experience low tide at the same time. If it is high tide at 0 degree and 180 degree meridians, then at which meridians will low tide occur? Dear students, think about it. Large rockets are used to go into the space away from the earth. Which force do they act against? Dear students, now we are going to learn about types of tides. As the timing of the tide varies every day, the range of a tide also keeps on changing. Generally, the highest high tide occurs on full moon and new moon days, whereas on the days of the first and the third quarter, the high tide is at its minimum. Spring tides and nip tides, these are two types of tides. My dear students, now we are going to learn about spring tide. What is known as spring tide? Spring tide occurs on new moon and full moon days. The gravitational pull of the sun and the moon act in the same direction, and because of this, the total pull increases. And so the tide on these days is much higher than the average high tide. This is known as spring tide. My dear students, see the figure. As the bulge at the high tide is greater, the water at low tide recedes much more. The water level during spring tide is higher than the average high tides and lower than the average low. Now we are going to learn about neap tide. While revolving around the earth, the moon makes a right angle with respect to the earth and the sun twice a month. My dear students, when moon revolves around the earth, it makes a right angle with respect to earth and the sun. It was twice in a month. This position occurs on the first and the third quarter of each month. My dear students, you can see the figure. Here the moon makes right angle with the earth and the sun. It occurs on the first and the third quarter of each month. It means the position of right angle occurs on the first and the third quarter of each month. On both these days, the force of both the sun and the moon operate at right angles on the earth. At the places where the sun causes high tide, the gravitational pull of the sun, which is at right angle, also act on the sea water. Due to such conditions, the water level rise is less than usual at the time of high tides. Dear students, gravitational pull of the moon, which is at right angles, it also act on the sea water, and because of this condition, the water level rise is less than usual at the time of high tide. Similarly, fall in water level is less than usual at the time of low tide. This is because the attraction of the sun and the moon are not complementary but at right angles to each other. Such tides are called neap tides. My dear students, because of the attraction of the sun and the moon are not complementary but it is at right angles to each other, and such condition is called neap tides. Neap tides are a little lower than the average high tides and a little higher than the average low tides. Now we are going to learn about intertidal range. That is, do you know? My dear students, what is tidal range? Remember, the difference in the water level of the high tide and the low tide is called tidal range. There is difference in the water level of the high tide and the low tide. This is called tidal range. In open seas, this range is about 30 centimeter. However, towards the coastal areas, it goes on increasing. Along the coast of peninsular India, the range is around 100 to 150 centimeter for most of the part. The highest tidal range in the world is observed at Bay of Fundy along the Atlantic coast of North America. Here, the tidal range is about 1,600 centimeter. In India, the highest tidal range is in the Gulf of Khambat. It is about 1,100 centimeter. My dear students, remember the concept of spring tide and neap tide. Then what is the tidal range? Read the chapter carefully and complete your assignment. I put here an assignment which is very short. That is the question number 6 from your textbook. Refer the textbook, page number 15. Differentiate between, first one is high tide and low tide. Second one is spring tide and neap tide. My dear students, complete your notebooks. Write in your own words and write the answers in a good handwriting. Thank you. Have a nice day.